family.
Gone. Emmerdale's in half an hour.
Hello, I'm Alan Titchmarsh and welcome to Relative Knowledge, the quiz where two families from different areas of the country fight it out tooth and nail in a battle of wits and wisdom to win a week's holiday in a country cottage of their choice. So let's meet the bold and brave families. The Duffys come from Christchurch in Dorset.
Hello.
Dad is Mike, who works for a housing association. Mum is Alison, who's a childminder, and their children are 12-year-old Alex, who likes acting, and 10-year-old Christopher, who likes football. The Murphys come from Cirencester.
Hello.
Hello.
Dad is Lester, a heavy goods vehicle driver and mechanic. Mum is Linda, who works in a school. And their children are 13-year-old Suzanne, whose ambition is to be a policewoman, and Lisa, aged 9, who likes cycling and snores like her father. That's a nice thing to say, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, the Duffys and the Murphys. We're going to discover more about the families in this first round because Relative Knowledge has filmed at each of their homes and asked them to tell us a little about themselves. We'll start by asking the Duffys about the Murphys. So, for 5 points, take a look at your screens and see why Dad's a couch potato.
My dad often spends hours watching something particular on TV. Is it?
Grand Prix motor racing, Baywatch, or Star Trek.
So what's he into? Is he into Baywatch, Star Trek or motor racing? What does he look like?
It's not Baywatch.
I'm not going to say a thing, least of all about Leicester's figure.
I think Star Trek.
You think,
Yeah.
you think he's a trekker?
I think
All right,
so.
let's see if you're right.
It's Star Trek. Want to beam up? Energize.
Absolutely right. Star Trek it was, so you get 5 points there. Now, Lisa lets us into her secret ambition.
When I was younger, I sprayed bands, but now I love them and want to work them. What do I want to do? Own a pet shop? Work for the RSPCA? Be a zookeeper?
Whoa, sounds like a lion, yes. Zookeeper, RSPCA or pet shop? What does Lisa want to do?
Not be a pet shop.
Which do you think?
I haven't got a clue.
Are you plump for one?
Pet shop.
Which?
Pet shop RSPCA. Quick.
Pet shop?
RSPCA.
RSPCA, they say they're going for the RSPCA. Let's see if they're right.
Working with the RSPCA. I really love animals.
Well done. Well done. 2 in a row. Mum Linda has a question for you about her job.
I work at a private school as an assistant, but what type of assistant am I? Tuck shop assistant? Thanks. Laundry assistant? Or matron's assistant?
So what sort of school assistant is Linda? Is she matron's assistant? Does she assist in the tuck shop or in the laundry? What does she look like? Does she look hungry, clean or medical?
She's too thin to work in a tuck shop.
Never trust a thin cook.
Matron or what was the other
So what do you reckon? Matron or laundry?
Matron?
Laundry.
Hurry up.
Go on, let's go for matron.
Right.
Matron.
Matron's assistant, they think. Let's see if she is.
Laundry assistant.
You can tell from the creases on her blouse, they're razor-like. The end of that round, your score has gone up to 10 points. See if the Murphys can catch up with the Duffys now. We'll find a few things out about the Duffy family. So for your first 5 points, can you guess what Mike gets up to in the kitchen?
Dad likes to experiment in the kitchen, but what's his most disgusting concoction? Sandwich fillings? Puddings? Stir fries?
All right, then what's Mike's most disgusting concoction? They all look fairly disgusting, but what's his most disgusting concoction?
Puddings look lovely.
Which do you think?
What do you want to go
Puddings, sandwich fillings, or stir fries? After are you?
for? Yeah. Puddings,
Puddings.
Yeah, okay, puddings,
Do you
yeah.
think it's his puddings? Let's see.
It's disgusting sandwich fillings.
Peanut butter and brown sauce. Ugh.
Oh, I'm inclined to agree. Why on earth, Mike? Peanut butter and brown... Why do you do weird sandwich fillings?
Gorgeous. When I was little, I was told I didn't eat enough food. So my mum told me that I should try and make my food interesting.
I think you ended up making it appalling. Like all brothers, Alex and Christopher occasionally fall out. But why?
Sometimes my brother drives me crazy. Is it because he's always...
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol,
Singing?
la, ti, do.
on the phone? Copying my homework?
Christopher's brother drives him nuts, but why? On the phone, copying his homework, or singing all the time?
No, I wouldn't copy homework, would he?
On the phone.
No, I wouldn't copy it.
Singing.
Have to hurry you up.
Phone?
On the phone.
On the phone?
Okay,
He's
go
on
on.
the phone all the time, let's say. Let's see if they're right.
Consider yourself at
You said
home.
singing.
Consider yourself. part of the
He's
world.
always singing.
There isn't a lot to spare.
Yes, I think we've got the message there, Christopher. He's always singing. No points there, alas. Mum Alison's turn to show off her skills.
I'm very proud of my garden. There's something in particular I like to grow. Can you guess what? Roses? Herbs? Vegetables?
So, does Alison grow roses,
then?
herbs or vegetables? What's her speciality?
What do you want to go with?
Does she look herby? Rosy? Or vegetable-y?
Okay, it's up to you.
Which one?
Go on.
Herbs?
Susie
They're
says-
going for herbs.
Susie
Let's
says
see if they're right.
herbs, Veggies.
It's vegetables.
It's vegetables, alas. Nice little crop of tender carrots there. And at the end of that round, the scores are the Duffys on 10, the Murphys still on 0. Never mind, Murphys, that's absolutely nothing, 10 points. You can soon claw your way back now. Time to test out their general knowledge skill. This is a bonus round. If they answer the starter question, they get 2 bonus questions on the same subject, one for the children and one for the adults. So fingers on buzzers, here we go. To what group of instruments does the clarinet belong? Murphys?
The wind instruments.
Woodwind, you're absolutely right. Murphy, children, what were Viking longships made of?
Wood.
Viking longships were made of?
Wood.
They were absolutely right. Adults, who is Joanna Woodward married to? Joanne Woodward. Who's she married to?
Edward Woodward.
She's not married to Edward Woodward. Who's Joanne Woodward married to? Adults on the Duffy side? She's married to Paul Newman. Goodness me. Fingers on buzzers. What city is known as the Big Apple? Murphy's.
New York.
You see, you're getting a flying start now, aren't you? Absolutely right. Murphy, children, in the children's story, who was poisoned with an apple?
Snow White.
She was. Adults, who discovered the law of gravity when he saw an apple fall from a tree?
Isaac Newton.
He did. Fingers on buzzers. In which American state would you find Key Largo and Key West? Murphy's.
Florida.
Roaring away now. Children, on what type of waterway do we encounter locks?
Canals.
We do. Adults, which famous black American singer had an album called Songs in the Key of Life? Nope.
No.
Duffy adults? It was Stevie Wonder. Fingers on buzzers. 35 plays 10. Which American president said, "Ich bin ein Berliner"? Murphy's.
Johnson.
No, it wasn't Johnson. Offer it over here.
Nixon?
No, it was Kennedy, and they all thought he was a donut. Fingers on buzzers. Which sea is thought to be the most polluted? The Mediterranean, Duffys?
Mediterranean.
You're absolutely right. That's going to be the Aegean and the Caspian. Well done. Children's question. Which group won this year's Eurovision Song Contest?
We did.
What was the name of the group?
Oh.
Which group won this year's Eurovision Song Contest? Children on the other side? No, it was Katrina and the Waves. Duffy adults, in which ocean does the Bermuda Triangle lie? Which ocean? Adults only. Not the Pacific. Offer it to the Murphys. Adults?
Indian Ocean.
No, it's the Atlantic. Fingers on buzzers. Which birds are notorious for stealing shining objects for their nests, Murphys?
Magpies.
They are indeed. Could also have been jackdaws. Children, what colour is a magpie?
Black and white.
It is. Adults, according to the saying, what does it mean if you see two magpies?
Sorry, two for joy. Yeah.
Sorrow, two for joy, three for girl, four for a boy. Starter, fingers on buzzers. Who was the author of the book Roots? No, it was Alex Haley. Fingers on buzzers. What animal is in the book Watership Down? Murphys.
Rabbits.
It is rabbits. Children, what is the dish that's called Welsh rarebit? What is it? No?
Beef.
Children on the other side, Duffy children? It's cheese on toast. Adults over here, what's the disease that affects rabbits?
Myxomatosis.
It is. Scores on 60 and 15. Come on, Duffys, you need to pull on. What John Fowles novel and film starring Meryl Streep is about a woman who spends hours looking out to sea at Lyme Regis? It's the French Lieutenant's Woman. Fingers on buzzers. Who starred in the film Summer Holiday? Duffys. He did. Duffy children. Where is Home and Away set? Where is Home and Away set?
Is it?
Have to hurry you. No, Murphy children?
Australia.
Whereabouts in
Summer Bay.
Australia? Summer Bay, absolutely right. Adults over here, who sang Summer Nights in the film Grease?
Olivia Newton-John?
And?
John Travolta.
Correct. Fingers on buzzers. Who was the youngest member of Take That? Duffys.
Robbie Williams?
He was indeed. 30 plays 65. You need the points. Children, which female 60s pop star sang with Take That on Relight My Fire? Relight My Fire, she sang with Take That. Who was she? No? Offer it over to the Murphy children.
Lulu.
It was Lulu.
Oh, well done, Susie.
Back to the Duffy adults. Who wrote and sang the original version of Could It Be Magic? Could it be
Barry
magic?
Manilow.
Barry Manilow did. Fingers on buzzers, another starter. Which Shakespearean tragedy has Kenneth Branagh made a new film version of? I've asked, you can answer. Which Shakespearean tragedy, Duffys, has Kenneth Branagh made a new film version of this year?
Hamlet.
It is Hamlet. Well done. And at the end of that round, the scores are the Duffys on 40, the Murphys on 70. Still anybody's game. Next, what's so special about Bewley Motor Museum, apart from the cars? The Duffys know, but will the Murphys and will you? Find out after the break. See you in a minute.
At Esso, we monitor over 14,000 of our competitors' fuel prices every day and report them in to the Esso Price Watch Centre, where we adjust our own prices so they're usually among the lowest in your neighbourhood. Esso Price Watch. We keep watching, so you keep saving.
Open any can of Campbell's condensed soup and you'll find it packed full with the tastiest ingredients, like these. Which means you just have to add a can of water to make double. Double the amount of delicious soup every single time. Campbell's, we pack more in so you get more out.
Big dog. Big young dog. Pictionary.
Welcome back to Relative Knowledge and to the Duffys and the Murphys. In the first part of the programme, we discovered something about the families. Now it's a chance to find out where they live and what it would be like to take a holiday in their part of the country, because the prize for the winner of today's show is a week away in a country cottage in their opposing team's neck of the woods. Just to remind you, the scores are currently the Duffys on 40, the Murphys on 70, but that's no gap at all. And now the Murphys find out about the countryside around Christchurch.
This is the beautiful New Forest. We're very lucky to live nearby. The New Forest is very well known for its animals, but which ones in particular?
Ponies?
Cows?
Birds?
Now this strikes me as a particularly tricky question. Is the New Forest famous for ponies, cows or birds? What do we think?
You reckon birds?
Yeah, birds.
Yeah,
You do?
birds.
Birds.
What do you want to do?
Birds.
What do you think?
Ponies, huh?
Ponies, yeah.
Ponies.
Horses.
Ponies.
Yeah.
Ponies. You go for ponies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ponies, yeah.
They say ponies. Let's see.
It's the ponies!
Yes, it's the ponies. I thought for a minute you were going to go for the birds. And now the Duffys, they've been there since William the Conqueror's time, you know. Some of them are very
birds?
old. No, the horses. Now the Duffys visit another famous tourist attraction.
This is Bewley Manor, in the heart of the New Forest. Bewley has one of the biggest motor museums in Britain, which includes a typical country garage of the 1930s. Surprisingly, it has a blacksmith's forge. Do you know why?
Broken down cars were towed away by horses.
Car body parts were made and repaired by hand.
Many people still rode around on horse and carts.
Right, the Motor Museum. Why does it have a blacksmith shop? Is it because that's where they mended car body parts, or because it's where they shod the horses that towed the carts away, or that people still had horses and cars?
Horses and carts.
Do you reckon horses and carts?
You think they still had horses and carts?
Yeah, right, we'll let the kids have it.
Yeah, they're going for that one, aren't they?
The Ripples want that, yeah.
All right, see if they're right.
I don't know.
Car body parts were made and repaired by hand.
Oh, alas, didn't get that one. No, right.
Yeah, you were wrong, weren't you?
Shop. Well, well. And Christchurch's contraband history now.
This is the beautiful Dorset village of Christchurch. In the 17th and 18th century, the village was very active in smuggling. But do you know what the most popular item smuggled was?
What can I get you? Cream tea, please. Tea?
Alcohol. Wild salmon.
What do you think?
What did they smuggle in Christchurch? Wild salmon, tea, or alcohol?
What would have come in there? I don't know. What do you want to go for?
Come on.
Salmon.
No.
Tea.
Tea. Go for tea then. Yeah. Go for tea.
Oh,
Go on.
smuggled tea, did they? We'll
No
see.
idea.
It was tea.
It was tea. There was a very high duty on it in the 17th and 18th centuries, which is why it was worth smuggling it. Well, well, well. The end of that round, Murphys. Your score stands at 80 points. So it's time for the Duffys to find out about Gloucestershire. First, a look at the history of Cirencester.
Cirencester was founded by the Romans and was the second largest city in Roman Britain.
It was built according to traditional Roman street plans, which are
Triangular.
Laid out like a grid.
In a circle?
If you've been to Cirencester, you know the answer. Are they grid-like roads? Are they in circles or triangles, thanks to the Romans? What did they do? What do you reckon? A grid.
Grid-like.
They're going for a grid. Let's see if they're right to do so.
laid out like a grid.
Well done. See, it's not just Milton Keynes, it's Cirencester as well. And for another 5 points, a very special local event.
What annual event happens at Cooper's Hill near Gloucester? Cheese rolling?
Grass skiing championships?
Barrel pushing?
What do they do on Cooper's Hill? Push barrels, roll cheeses.
Definitely the
Or
cheese.
ski. Definitely the
Definitely
cheeses. How very peculiar. Well, are they right?
Unless we're wrong.
They're mad.
It's cheese rolling.
I think you're right, Suzanne. They are mad, absolutely. People get injured every year, you know, they have broken bones. Quite amazing. The Murphys take us into the countryside now.
Westonbirt Arboretum near Cirencester has one of the biggest collections of trees in the world.
Some of the largest trees are put to a certain use when they die. What is it?
They're made into benches for visitors.
They turn them into sculptures.
Or they're made into matches.
What happens to the old trees at Westonbirt, a wonderful arboretum?
not the matches.
So they're made into seats, sculptures or matches?
A lot of matches, isn't it?
No, I think it's the benches.
You think it's the
Sculptures.
benches after, are you?
Why would it have to be big trees for benches?
Benches. Benches. Father's saying benches. Let's see.
Turn them into sculptures.
Oh, they do. They have a week-long competition. Whoops, you'll be in trouble when he gets home. Ah, well, at the end of our third round, the scores are the Duffys on 50, the Murphys on 80. But there's still all to play for. Time to fight it out for that holiday in our final round, which is another bonus round, but with a twist. The children try to answer the adults' questions, and the adults try even harder to answer the children's questions for extra points. It's the bonus twister round. So fingers on buzzers, here we go for your starter. Which film has the famous line, "Love means never having to say you're sorry"? Duffy's.
Love Story.
It does. Duffy children. In which film did Buzz Lightyear and Woody star?
Toy Story.
They did. Adults. Whose million-selling album is called What's the Story, Morning Glory?
Oasis.
It is. Fingers on buzzers. What's the name of the series in which Richard Griffiths plays chef, policeman, detective inspector Tom Crabbe? Which TV series? Duffy's.
Ah, it's gone.
It's not. It's gone. Offer it to the Murphys. Richard Griffiths is in Pie in the Sky. Fingers on buzzers for another starter. Who sang the song School's Out for Summer? Duffy's.
Alice Cooper.
It was. Well done. Duffy children. Which film and TV programme was set in the High School for Performing Arts? For 10 points. Have to hurry you. Which film and TV programme? Adults?
Fame.
It was Fame. Adults' own question. Which TV school had a head teacher called Mrs. McCluskey? Adults only? No.
Grange Hill.
It was Grange Hill. Well done. 95 plays 80. Your starter. Fingers on buzzers. According to the song, what are a girl's best friend? Murphys.
Diamonds.
Absolutely right. Murphy children. Who had his only #1 hit with the song Uptown Girl? Children only. Adults?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel for 5. Adults' own question for 10. Which group claims to have girl power?
Spice Girls.
They do. Fingers on buzzers. 95 plays 100. Getting close. Which comedian appeared in the series Not the 9 O'Clock News with Mel Smith, Griff Rhys-Jones and Pamela Stephenson? Duffy's.
Rowan Atkinson.
It was Rowan Atkinson. Duffy children. Which Rowan Atkinson character has lived at Elizabeth I's court and in the trenches in the First World War?
Oh.
Duffy adults for 5 points.
Blackadder.
It is Blackadder. Duffy adults' own question. Which band sings the theme tune for the new Mr. Bean movie? Have to hurry you.
Spice Girls.
No. Children? It's Boy's Own. Fingers on buzzers, another starter. Who composed the New World Symphony? Murphys. The New World Symphony was composed by... Give me a composer.
Mozart.
No. Over to the Duffys.
Beethoven.
No, it was Dvorak. Another starter. Fingers on buzzers. In Greek mythology, who sailed in search of the Golden Fleece? Murphys.
Jason.
It was Jason. Murphy children. What was the name of the last James Bond film starring Pierce Brosnan?
GoldenEye.
It was. Adults. In which American city is the Golden Gate Bridge?
San Francisco.
It is. 125 plays 105. Fingers on buzzers. In which sport would you see a triple axel and a salcho performed? Murphys. Hurry up.
Gymnastics.
No, I'll offer it over here.
Diving.
No, it's ice skating. Another starter. What group were too sexy for their shirts? I'm sorry, Murphys.
Right said Fred.
It was Right Said Fred. Murphys. Wow. And at the end of our final round, the scores are the Duffys on 105, the Murphys on 130. Has there ever been such a nail-biting contest? It was neck and neck almost all the way, so I'm sorry that the Duffys don't get to go to Gloucestershire for a holiday, but you won't go away empty-handed. We gave each of you a large, capacious and voluminous relative knowledge T-shirt. You can do what you like with it. Congratulations to the Murphys. They won a country cottage for a week in Dorset. Have a wonderful holiday. It's a great county, and if you get time to drop in for a cup of tea or something stronger, they'll welcome you. Well done, congratulations. From all of us at Relative Knowledge, until next week, goodbye.
This is a public highway. You appear to have left a snooker table in the middle of the road.
Cue green grass. Heartbeat, Sunday at 8.
Why is Jack so keen to get Sarah out of the way? Emmerdale's next on Meridian.
Today I have decided to be